I firstly want to start off by saying the Traveller's Chosen is an amazing weapon, so it's definitely worth you doing this rather lengthy and boring quest to get it. It's called the Exodus Evacuation step. Now there's already been one step called Exodus Preparation. I've done a video for that if you want to have a little look at that before you do this one, but if you've already done it, let's jump in and get on with getting this gun. Oh, and I'll also show you what it's like at the end of the video. It's well worth it, it's marvellous. Right, let's get on it. Tis was. Now, as with the Exodus Preparation mission, we're going to be travelling to the 4 disappearing locations. You know, Io, Mercury, Mars, and the other one. Titan, that's the one. Yes, sorry, I just completely forgot. So to get the ball rolling, go and see Zavala in the tower. He'll give you some nice new juicy lore for you to read, and then he'll send you on your merry way. So the first step we're going to do is we're going to have to go and see Asher Mia on old Io. Now, once we get here, we've got a few different steps that we need to complete on Io. So the first thing we need to do is do the observer effect. We need to complete the lost sector and gather traces of corruption. Now then, this is just pretty straightforward. It's the Sanctum of Bones lost sector. That's just opposite where Asher Mia is. And we've got to defeat the taken phalanx in here, and we've got to gather 25 traces of corruptions from taken enemies. It's a taken lost sector, so it's not going to take you too long to do that. After that, the next step is into the Pyramidion. Basically, we have to do that Pyramidion strike and gather scan traces. That's 40 scan traces from Vex. That's going to be really quick to do, really. So, you know, enjoy it, because it's one of the last times we're going to get to do it. Well, we've got 2 months, I suppose. But anyway, it's also worth noting as well that your teammates getting kills will also get you the traces, but you've got to have gotten some damage on the particular units that need to be killed. Okay, got that? Make sure you spread the love with the gunfire. Next, we've got to complete a heroic adventure called Unexpected Guests. That's on Io 2, so just get through that one as quickly as possible. You'll be well overpowered, so it'll be nice and easy. Now, there's a couple of these heroic adventures in this quest line, but you don't have to go and find them as part of the flashpoint. You can see that they're separate on the map with the big blue flag icon, so keep an eye out for that. It's so obvious, you might actually miss it. And then finally, we return to Asher, where as a reward, he'll give us the Silicon Neuroma sniper rifle. Really handy if you're trying to finish up your Wayfarer and you haven't had one of these drop in one of the Nightfalls. So pick that up. There it is, isn't it pretty? And we're off to Titan to visit Sloan. Now then, we've got to do clearing the decks on Titan. That's our next step there. That is the methane flush lost sector. Pretty easy, just go through, get it done. Just be aware of the rather tougher than normal knight who you've got to kill before you pop the trunk and get your reward. And then the next step we've got is assert interception. We've got to open chests in the solarium and the festering halls. You spawn in at the rig spawn point, then make your way around where you can see I'm going here on the old Sparrow. We'll be getting to the solarium very quickly. And if you do like the video, a subscribe would be marvellous, a like would be even better, and a comment would be great too. Now then, here we are, we're coming into the solarium. There's going to be 1 knight to kill here in the solarium, and then if you go off to the right, to the festering halls, there's 2 ogres. You'll find one kind of halfway, and then another one all the way down. They're quite tough, actually. They had a bit of a scrap, so make sure you pack something big enough to wallop their faces off. Once you've got the Golden Age tech from those chests, it's off to do Savathun's Song strike. Yes, I know we've all done it a million times, but let's do it again for old time's sake. And we have to kill ogres, wizards, and knights, and they will drop for us some lovely, lovely tech fragments. 25 of them we need to collect during that strike. Should be no problem at all. Then once that's done, we go back and see Sloan. Now, your reward from Sloan is the duty-bound auto rifle, which is very, very nice. Again, very, very handy for your Wayfarer. And then a quick diversion to old Zavala in the tower, where he will give you the Mindbender's Ambition shotgun. I didn't have one of these, so that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's going to be completely useless come November, so I'll have a few goes with it at the moment, but never mind. It's nice to have one if you're a completionist. And then he'll also give you 2 more sets of lore. And then we're off to go and see old Brother Pants in Mercury. I wish he'd take that blindfold off. He's a complete idiot. Right. Right, now then, what we've got to do here is the Garden World strike. So you've got to delve into the Infinite Forest and collect 15 timeline fragments from Hydra's Minotaurs and Cyclopses. I found this step a massive pain in the arse. I usually play solo, so I jump in with a bunch of randoms, and if you sort of stagger your way through the Infinite Forest and people get the drop on you and get far ahead, they'll take out all the Minotaurs and Hydras and everything that gives you your drops before you can get there. So I ended up running the bloody thing 3 times. So if you can, go in with a fire team of mates and coordinate your kills so you all get an equal share. And then the next thing we have to do is do the Tree of Probabilities strike. Now to do this we have to defeat Cabal on Mercury to get traces of Osiris. I think you might be noticing a pattern in the way this quest line is going. Anyway, finally, after that, we have to complete the heroic version of the bug in the system adventure. And then finally, we have to go and see Brother Pants, where your reward from him will be the DFA hand cannon. Very, very handy. Thank you very much, Wayfarers. And then it's on to Mars, to Anna Bray, bless her. Now, the first step of this, after you speak to Anna, is you've got to go to a specific location and just interact with the screen. Now, this interact button has been here since the season began, and everybody wondered what it was for. Well, it's for this mission. Now, it's in the Mind Lab region of Rasputin, so if you keep on going this way until you reach the Mind Lab, and you'll see this hexagonal thing, stand on that, jump over to this vent, duck down, go inside, and then that's where you'll see the screen to interact with. Now, once you've done that bit, the next thing we need to do is kill 5 escalation protocol bosses. And it doesn't have to be the level 7 boss, it can be any of them. So if you just want to rerun level 1 again and again and again, I managed to do that on my own without anybody joining in, which can sometimes happen with escalation protocol. So 5 runs of those will get you the 5 memory fragments, I think they're called, that you're going to need to get this step completed. Once all those escalation protocol bosses have been murdered with much malice, we have to go and do a heroic adventure called Deathly Tremors, and that's basically it for that particular quest line. All you need to do is go back to see Anna, where her reward to you will be the Braytech Osprey rocket launcher, and that's very handy, like I say, for your Wayfarer. It's worth reading the dialogue too, because there's something really interesting happening with Rasputin. He seems to be all packaged up and ready to be posted back to the tower, where he's more than likely going to be a character in Beyond Light, maybe, who knows. And then off to see Zavala in the tower, and voila, we have our Traveler's chosen sidearm. Well, first of all, it's a primary, which is quite nice. Now, we have perks on the top here. We've got quick.sas, for greatly increases handling and stability, armor piercing rounds, which is nice, and then we have Gift of the Traveler. Each stack of Gathering Light improve this weapon's reload, handling, and target acquisition, and it really does. It's pretty bonkers. And finally, we've got the short action stock. This weapon is especially easy to grip, basically handling. Now, this we have here is Gathering Light. Final blows with this weapon grant stacks of Gathering Light. And if you long press the reload button, you consume the stacks, granting melee, grenade, and class ability energy based on the number of stacks. So what this gun does for you is basically refills all of your melee, ability, and grenades immediately. So let's have a go. That's 1 stack. It can hold up to 10 stacks of light, apparently. So, right, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot faster again. And we're out of ammunition. No, we're not. Takes primary ammo too, which is lovely. Alright, okay, there we go. That's that. Let's see if I can refresh. Right, that pretty much filled me up. Those 7. Got charged with like Gathering Light. My god, it's like a booklet down the side there. I can see how this can be very good. So if I consume this, see if it gives me a full rift. Now then, because I've got Top Tree Stormcaller on, I've got Transcendence on as well, which makes it last longer. So let's see what happens and how long it lasts, because I've just re-topped up my entire abilities. which is lovely. Yeah, I can see how this gun is going to be very, very useful. My God. Destiny works so well because it's interlinked so tightly. And, you know, it's always linked to abilities, and abilities are linked to supers, and supers are linked to energy that you get. Well, the ability to recharge your energy is actually pretty game-changing when you think about it. Double grenades. If you had double grenades and this gun, you're in essence, you know, and you're killing with it constantly. You're going to be a grenade machine. Let's redo that. Oh, my grenades are full again. This is an exotic with lots and lots of uses. Seasonally Arrivals has had some of the best exotics because I absolutely love the Ruinous Effigy. And this is going to come in so handy. So handy. For every character. Can you imagine having, like, you know, loads of dodges on your hunter? Or this is worth getting to know. Quest was really long and dull and wasn't very interesting at all. But let's face it, there's hardly anything new in Destiny at the moment to do, which is a bit of a bummer. But at least we've got this gun and we can fiddle with it till our heart's content. I think it's very good. I think it's very, very good, and I think it's incredibly useful. I love the fact that it's primary and it uses primary ammo. Ooh, there's a lovely glow on it, isn't it, as well? It's very pretty. Gathering light 8. Let's see if we can get... How many stacks we can go? Charged with light. No thanks. You'll be gone shortly, all charged with light. Can we get an 11? Look how fast it reloads. Now 10 is the most. Well, that's fine. Look how fast it reloads. Let's consume and see. Full Monty. Look. That's pretty good. For a PvE weapon, this is going to be incredibly useful. And I think it's going to be so useful for endgame activities. I can't wait to try this in the Prophecy Dungeon, because I'm having trouble with that. And I think this might be a big help in the Prophecy Dungeon. So, summing it all up, I recommend you go to Tesco's and buy one immediately. I'm going to be using this a lot. I'm out of ammo! The irony! The irony. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the guide, drop me a like below and a comment. That would be marvellous too. And a subscribe if you want to see more of my musings in the world of Destiny. And maybe even a bit of Marvel's Avengers that I'm moonlighting with and cheating on Destiny with at the moment. Right, I'm off now to, well, go to bed, quite frankly, because it's really late and I'm knackered. See you soon. Bye.